Good morning and welcome to the Native News Today. Jason Salzman joined alongside Gerald Wofford. As always, we thank you for joining us this morning, and we feel like we got a great program lined up for you today, kind of a sports-minded theme program.
Absolutely. We're here in the month of March, so why not be sports-minded? Everybody else is. March Madness going on. Not only the NCAA March Madness with the NCAA tournament, but also the All-Indian March Madness for Love of the Game in their fourth year. All-Indian organization for Indian people, and does a great job with that because not only does it bring in these kids for 3 days of basketball competition, but Gerald, they get a chance to go to a college prep seminar and get a chance to be awarded scholarships as well. So it's really a first-class organization that does a wonderful job with this tournament. And that's not it, because the amount of talent that comes to this thing is unbelievable. You got teams coming all the way from Kansas, Iowa, Idaho, Nebraska, Mississippi. You got tribes and Indians coming from all over to Henrietta High School right here in Oklahoma for this tournament. And you talk about talent. Angel Goodrich of Sequoia, Bree Brewer, Lauren Hammer, Mike Soap, Lance Soap, those guys that just played for a gold ball, and those ladies that just won their third consecutive gold ball in the Oklahoma High School State Championships. Great talent coming to this tournament every year, and that's the way it always has been ever since its inception.
That's right, and mentioning that, our congratulations to the Sequoia Lady basketball team winning their third straight championship, and congratulations also to the men's side there. They got to play for the championship. Unfortunately, they fell just a little short to O.C. Millwood, just by 4 points, but hey, they were in the state finals. That's where everybody wants to be at this time of year. And you mentioned basketball. Next week is that For Love of the Game March Madness tournament in Henrietta. The best Native American athletes in basketball are going to be in Henrietta, and we'll give you more details as that rolls along as well. We've got some other events to cover here on our program. As we said, kind of a little bit of a sports-minded theme this morning. Got a chance to talk with Joe Miller Jr. That's right. Judge's got a good right hook there. Joe Miller Jr., he's the Indian Boxing Commissioner at the Fire Lake Casino for the Kickapoo Band, Citizen Band Potawatomi. I want to make sure I say that right. Talked with him about some of the duties that they have there. They're the only Native American Boxing Commission in the state of Oklahoma. So the relationship there, sovereignty issues, working with federal regulations and everything. It's kind of interesting what he has to say about that, so we'll share that as well. March Madness, as Jason mentioned, we got the tribal calendar. We're going to get you all caught up on what's happening in Indian country and all that. Plus, we continue our bow-making documentary, Mike Berryhill.
Absolutely. We know a lot of people out there like seeing that. Mike does a great job, and the whole instrumentation of the video is really something a lot of people get into. So I know they enjoy that, and Jared does a great job on it. And we're glad to bring you the third installment of that. But that's all here on this episode of Native News Today. We'll be right back.
It's here. It's hot. And it's only at Creek Nation Casino in Muskogee, the ultimate treasure hunt, and it's going on now through April 1st. A Suzuki Boulevard motorcycle, Chevy Silverado truck, and $20,000 in cash prizes are up for grabs, and 20 lucky winners will find their own pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That's all happening right off Highway 69 in Muskogee.
Creek Nation Casino, where OK comes to play.
You know, Jason, one good sign that Native American businesses are flourishing and definitely succeeding in this state is the casinos, and the way that you see, I don't know, it's almost a running joke, there's casinos popping up all over the state, and that's a good sign business is booming.
Absolutely, and business is going to keep booming in these places if they keep generating different types of entertainment to these casinos. And now you don't just drive by casinos and see promotions of what's going on in there that at that time, you know, a giveaway here or there. You see live music, live entertainment, and a big part of that is boxing.
That's right. Joe Miller Jr., we got a chance to talk with him. He is the Indian Boxing Commissioner for the Citizen Band Potawatomi at the Fire Lake Casino in Shawnee. Mr. Miller had this to say about how the tribal entity works with the federal regulations and just how they make it all operate with the only Native American Boxing Commission in the state.
You know, the fight business certainly succeeds at the casinos around the state of Oklahoma. But there's one tribe in Oklahoma that has its own regulating Boxing Commission that oversees fights, not only boxing, but ultimate fighting and other forms that are associated with that. The gentleman here that I'm talking with, Mr. Joe Miller Jr., is the president, the leader of the Citizen Band Potawatomi Boxing Commission here. Joe, we appreciate your time, and just tell us a little bit of history of this boxing commission, please.
In 2004, we were given the option to either compact with the state or to form our own boxing commission if we were going to hold professional boxing events. Of course, Chairman Barrett went with the decision to form the boxing commission. It's a good way to practice self-governance and keeps us away from having to compact with the state. In 2004, we developed our commission, started out with myself as the commissioner and 2 commission members, Aaron Capps and Kenneth Peltier. Recently, Kenneth Peltier has had to resign due to health reasons. And we've appointed Jack Barrett in his spot. We've gone through several fights. We're doing great, making great progress. We've become associate members of the ABC, the Association of Boxing Commissions, and we've adopted the actual regulations from the state of Oklahoma to keep things. When a fighter gets licensed in the state of Oklahoma, they need to have that same capacity in the tribe as well, not to go in and completely do something different. So we try to hold the same standards as the state of Oklahoma, and we work really well with them. And the state has been great for us. They've helped us form our commission. They've been, in fact, our first few fights, they came and helped us get through them. So it's going really well.
Now, as a boxing commission, you've also helped out other casinos, other tribes that have held fight events, right?
Right. By the ABC, the definition of a boxing commission is a state or a tribal boxing commission, which gives us the ability to contract with another tribe. So this helps, say Osage Nation. It helps them not to have to go compact with the state is their only option. I mean, they can form their own commission, but that entails quite a bit. So it's really working out really great.
Pride in Indian Nation, I think, was not exhibited more than last week at the state basketball tournament in Oklahoma City. And I say the Indian Nation because Tahlequah Sequoyah, the Native American school, was in the state tournament, not just there just to show themselves, not by any means there. They were there to play for the championship. In the Class 3A, the boys went for the state championship tournament, as well as the girls going for the 3rd state championship. And our man here was right there on the scene at the front line, man, and he's got a great story to report about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to check it out, and I just walked around and got a little feedback from some of the Sequoyah faithful. They're very known in this state, and if you've played Sequoyah, definitely you know who they are. I walked around, and the first day got to see a little bit about the state tournament and what it means to these Sequoyah fans.
Here at the Class 3A state basketball tournament here at Choctaw High School. If you look behind us, a lot of Tahlequah Sequoyah fans in the house. We're going to take a look around and see if we can't grab a few comments with some of these fans. So talk about this huge following Sequoyah has. Everybody knows about it, and really it's special to the fans and Indian people everywhere, right?
Yes, it's crazy. Like, you have to get here like 3-4 hours ahead of time just to get a good seat. And the last game at the Broken Arrow, they had to shut the doors at 5 o'clock, so that's crazy.
All right, just another one of the rabid Sequoyah fans, and give me a little prediction here for the game today. What are you thinking?
I say boys win by 30.
Nice, boys win by 30. Okay, we're going to stick around and check it out. All right, we're here with a very special lady, the Sequoyah fan and mother, Faith Lewis, and she is the mom of not one, not two, but 3 Sequoyah athletes. Angel Goodrich, who is the top girls player in the state, Zach Goodrich, and Nikki Lewis, who is, you're going to be hearing about her in the future a whole lot. But Faith, how good is it to be finally here at the state tournament? This is what Sequoyah plays for.
In the beginning of the season, we were like, it's a long time to wait for this day. But it's finally here, and it came by so fast after it got started. It just came by so quick. And I'm glad both teams are here, and I think they're going to do pretty good.
Absolutely. Now, you look around here, and really, Sequoyah waits for this game because this is what it's all about. The stakes are the highest they can be, and really, don't you agree that brings out the best in both teams?
Yes, yes. The support that they have, yes, it does. Definitely brings out.
You look at all the people here, and it's amazing following. And just talking to your kids, I know that they got to love the fan support that they get at Sequoia Schools.
Yes, they love it. They really do love the support that they get because people come up and talk to them and say hi and everything. So, you know, they really love the support, and they know that they're getting the support that they need.
Now, you look at your three, Zach, Angel, and Nikki. All of them are unbelievable basketball players. Now, I got a tough question for you. Is it mom or dad they get it from? Don't lie.
I think it's a little bit of both.
All right. Good answer. Okay. Well, hey, Faith, enjoy the game. Always great to talk to you.
Thanks, Jason.
Teams are kind of warming up. Everybody's stirring around. The crowd's getting a little rowdy. And I have cornered David Bush, who will be doing the game on the radio for KTLQ in Tahlequah. And David, a little bit unique because you're going to be calling this game totally in the traditional Cherokee language.
Yes, that's correct. It'll be totally in Cherokee.
How long have you been doing this for Sequoia Schools?
David, Scott, and I have been doing this approximately 4 years. It's very enjoyable for mostly the older people to hear it in their traditional language. You know, and we're really excited about this program that we started several years ago, and we're still improving on it, and people have had a positive response.
Before I let you go here, why don't you look into that camera and give our viewers a little greeting in Cherokee about the game today.
Sio, negadi zayo lehiko nesa goyo ne dana tanawo yuko dun gesla squat less than elona wadon.
And Chase, we are looking LIVE live at the Henrietta Basketball Gym. March Madness footage.
You didn't do it. You did it again. Now, I'll let you have the LIVE live. But, yes, this is footage from last year's March Madness. Some of the three-point action. Aaron Grant there, who's actually playing at Haskell Indian Nations University as we speak. Took a little bit of the action he got at March Madness and turned it into a career. And look who we have here also competing in last year's three-point contest. That is none other than starting point guard at the University of Oklahoma, Jenna Plumlee from Frontier High School then, but now she directs Sherry Cole's offense. And let me tell you, just seeing that right there, I don't believe I have to tell people about the talent level that comes down to this tournament.
Jason, we are definitely seeing a sports heritage beginning here with the March Madness tournament. You mentioned Jenna Plumlee now, the freshman phenom at the University of Oklahoma. But, you know, we can honestly say she got a lot of the exposure of her talent and everything at the March Madness tournament.
Absolutely. She played against great competition, and sometimes at Frontier you get to play some great competition, but sometimes you don't. You're in Class A, you may not see the best every night, but at the March Madness tournament, you see the best day in, day out, night in, night out, and she actually made it to the championship game, her team, and played Angel Goodrich's team from Tahlequah Sequoia. So you talk about a marquee matchup, it gets no bigger than that.
You know, we make a special note of that too, Jason, because you mentioned Angel Goodrich as we watch some other footage here from the boys' action. Angel will be graduating in next year. We're probably playing at some college, maybe a rival to the University of Oklahoma, so we may see these two girls combating each other again on the court.
You never know. There's not that many colleges going around here in the state, so there's a great chance they could see each other again. I mean, you're taking a look here again at some more great Indian athletes that have gone on to do wonderful things. These are the Tilley brothers. They're playing ball at St. Gregory's now, playing college basketball, and here they are competing in the dunk contest, and that's Eric Nye from Henrietta. Just didn't quite get it up there that time, but great Indian athlete. He's featured in the Fort Leavenworth the Game magazine this month, so all kinds of great action going on. It's kind of an all-star weekend feel with the dunk contest, the three-point shoot-off, and the team ball competition. It's all there for everyone wanting to take this all in.
Wait a minute, I thought that dunking contest, I thought that was you and I in that. When that footage of us dunking?
Wait a minute, that's me in the background dunking a donut into a glass of milk.
That's what I was about to say. I think that was us at the...
Yeah, so, but no, it's great because you look at all the stuff going on and look at all the people. Lots of people show up for these things, and you got all the kids sitting around. You got the camcorders out. It really is like the NBA All-Star game, but another miss there. Just couldn't quite get it in there, but I tell you what, I couldn't even touch the net.
You know, and we just want to invite the folks out next week. I mean, you got your fill of the Big 12, you got the high school last week, but, well, maybe you didn't get your fill. Maybe you say, hey, is there still any more local basketball going on here? The best Native American athletes on the basketball court are going to be in Henrietta next week, March Madness tournament. We invite everyone. If if you love basketball, come on out and see these great players.
Yeah, let's throw the information at you right now. We'll CG the flyer up over the screen so you can get all that. It's going to be all taking place. It'll start March 21st, and that will start with a college prep seminar at the Henrietta Dome with Bacone College, and then the basketball starts. 22nd, 23rd, and 24th, Henrietta High School Gym. Basketball all day long if you want to come down and check that out. It's all starting March 21st, going through the 25th in 1 week. And Henrietta High School Gymnasium, that's March Madness for Love of the Game tournament, all Indian, all the time, wonderful talent, great tournament. Come on out and see it.
A lot of things happening out in Indian country as we see our tribal calendar right here. Take a break. We'll be right back on the Native News Today.
Pangana riibe hayatkaus.
Kada magas.
Pangana hayat kilo noge.
Fanny molo just bananga.
Tu morsati. Hitla hani subani doang.
What? Hiji mokhetseri chin hisakto das tumidanga.
Hiji mokkese di wekki diga. Hisagre ran hiliga. Ampane hayat kilo.
Hilimani. Matse.
The Muskogee Creek Nation Tobacco Prevention Program offers all cessation classes to young and old. For more information about a healthier life and a second wind, contact one of these centers nearest you.
Hizida. Hilishwa fatsa. CNA to the doors. Moes.
Well, hiji mokkeskera mokkes aknoar stinokesis still easy doing.
Here on the Native News Today, we continue our documentary progress with Muskogee Creek bowmaker Mike Berryhill. We've been following him all winter long in the progress of this with Jared Moore out getting the photography and the film. It's really going to be a good documentary.
Absolutely, and if you look at this documentary, and the thing that's so special about it is you follow Mike through the woods and you see his really journey into piece by piece putting together this perfect project. The thing about it is that Mike explains that there's a reason for every single specific function that he does in the making of his bow, and everybody out there appreciates what Mike's doing. Everybody out there knows Mike, and anywhere you go, we were in the History Center, and they said, "Oh, Mike Berryhill, we've heard of his bow making." So he's a known man. He's doing great work, and we're just so fortunate to be able to document it and share it with you.
If you notice on these small limbs, see how small the heartwood is, and look at the rings on that sapwood. They're thick, see. So what happens with a tree like that, when you see limbs that shoot off from it, that's what you call fast growth. That tree is laying down so it's not going to grow anymore. So those limbs on the side want to grow towards the sun. And that's what you deal with. And these limbs here won't be. I'll use them. You can use these for several different things. Those are straight and no limbs on them.
Over here on the dirt, or you want to go up in here, out of the wind a little bit?
Yeah, wind's out of the south, so it's on the ground.
Okay.
Ready? You got gas. I had to crank her up there pretty good where I'll take a hold. It's almost ready. Okay, that's what you wanted at that point of smoking. And when that piece of boat art goes in there, it'll sizzle like it's cooking. And that's paraffin wax, and this is what it is right here. It's canning wax is all it is.
Golf wax.
And that's what I use. That's what I prefer to use because it seals and it goes into the wood. And you want to get that as deep, and I'll touch the bottom of that with that piece of boat arc there. But I'm saying in the older days, probably our people use bear's grease, possibly any kind of fat will work. They might even use a little bit of, I wouldn't say they'd use hickory oil, but that was pretty scarce for them to make, a lot of work making that. But any kind of fat will work if you don't have something like this to do that with, and beeswax will work. But here's what I'm gonna do. See that? And that's hot. Don't let it get on you. And that's going to coat that, and it'll go up into the end of that, where, if you can see that, where it'll keep that from checking. And you'll have less loss by doing that.
All right, our documentary there on Mike Berryhill and his bow making. We'll continue on with that. Jared Moore following him around there, seeing the process and how it all becomes. And as it goes further, we'll make that all available to you here on the Native News Today.
You betcha. We're gonna wrap that all together and try to make sense out of all of it one of these days. We keep throwing them pieces here and there. I bet people are like, "Whoa, oh my gosh!" You know, by the time it comes all together, it's gonna be one big mess. Not true. It's gonna look great.
They might even be able to know how to make a car by the time it's all.
Maybe so. Maybe even something just really cool that we don't even know about.
Well, you know, they're tying it all together, so maybe they can make a bow tie.
Bow tie. See?
So, but you know what? We want to say congratulations to Sequoia.
Tulsa Comedy Club.
The ladies team, you know, winning their third straight state championship.
3 straight. I don't know if people realize.
Saquotali Joey.
Saquotali Joey. I don't know if people really understand.
Well, you got to say it in Creek now.
The importance of Humgan, Hokolin, Tuchina.
Yeah. Okay. So you got some tribal flavor this morning.
Absolutely. But I don't think people actually realize the significance of 3 state state championships, 3 straight state championships. And, you know, to win 4 in a row, which is, I'll just step out on a limb.
But
They're
Jason,
going to next year.
Well, Jason,
okay?
well, you know, maybe there's coaches and teams out there saying, thank goodness the Sequoia reign is over, because they're graduating everybody. Is that true?
Not true. There's not a senior on the entire roster. We covered that earlier and talked about that earlier, and I know people probably said, no, that can't be true. They're too good. They got to have some seniors on the roster. But I hate to tell you guys out there, but they're going to be 3A state champs next year again. And when they are, it's going to be 4 straight titles. And no other girls' high school basketball team in the state of Oklahoma has ever accomplished that feat. And I think Coach Larry Grigg of the boys' Sequoia team said it just about as good as you can. He said, when your team loses and you're of Native American descent, then Sequoia is your team. And Indian people everywhere have adopted this team. There's other Indian schools out there, Riverside, and just a lot to mention, and Anadarko, and you think about all those schools. But the following that Sequoia has and the success that they've had has brought such a pride out in Indian people. And you look at some of the fans and some of the people walk in, and everybody knows each other, and it's a family atmosphere. It's unbelievable. If you get a chance to go to a game next year, strongly suggest you do that.
You know, and we even have to say, you know, there's a special mark being made in the history of Native American athletes. 3 state championships for Sequoia. Jenna Plumley, freshman at OU. Angel Goodrich is going to play somewhere in college soon. Native American athletes are becoming more and more recognized. Their talent, just everything is all good with that. And we just want to make a special note of that. So our congratulations to those Native American athletes out there representing your tribes, the nation so well.
They're doing such a wonderful job, and I know there's other ones out there too, and there's other Native Americans not even involved in sports doing wonderful things, and we want to come see you. We want to tell your story. We want to show that pride and those accomplishments right here on Native News Today, and there's ways you can get a hold of us. You can reach us by phone at 918-732-7638 or by fax at 918-758-0824, or you can reach us by email at jsossman@muskogeanation-nsn.gov or gwofford@muskogeanation-nsn.gov. Gerald, that's all the time we got for this week. Let's take it to the house.
Keep those great Native stories coming here. For our producer Josh Lane, Jared Moore, Jason Salzman, I'm Gerald Wofford. In the meantime, take care. God bless. We'll see you soon.